In today's video, I'm going to show you how to navigate MailerLite step by step so you can confidently move through the platform and find exactly what you need. MailerLite is one of the most user-friendly email marketing tools out there, and once you understand the layout, you'll be able to manage your subscribers, create campaigns, and set up automations with ease. If you find this helpful, please like and subscribe, and let's get started. To begin, open your browser and go to the MailerLite website. You'll see the login screen where you'll need to enter the email address you used to create your account along with your password. If you've forgotten your password, there's a handy reset link right there, but assuming everything is ready to go, simply click the login button. Once you do, you'll be taken straight into your account's main dashboard. Take a moment to let the page load fully, because the dashboard is your command center for everything that follows. Now that you're logged in, let's take a few minutes to familiarize yourself with the dashboard itself. This is the first screen you see after logging in, and it's designed to give you a quick overview of your account's health and activity. You'll see recent campaigns you've sent, subscriber growth over a set period, and performance metrics for your emails, like open rates and click rates. You'll also see account activity, such as any recent form submissions or list imports. I encourage you to just look around for a minute, because getting comfortable here makes every other step easier. The dashboard updates in real time, so it's a great place to start your day or check in after sending a campaign. Let's move on to the main navigation menu, which is typically located on the left side of your screen. This menu is your primary tool for moving through MailerLite, and it stays visible as you click through different sections. You'll see labels like Dashboard, Subscribers, Campaigns, Forms, Automations, and more. Clicking any of these takes you directly to that features area, so you never have to hunt around. Think of this menu as your roadmap. Once you know what each section is called, you can navigate the entire platform without confusion. Start by clicking Dashboard again, just to see what's really here. The dashboard is more than a welcome screen. It's a performance summary. You'll see total subscribers at a glance, recent campaign activity, and specific numbers for open rates and click rates. These metrics tell you how your audience is engaging with your content. For example, a high open rate means your subject lines are working, while a low click rate might mean your call to action needs tweaking. It's a quick snapshot, but it's incredibly useful for making informed decisions without diving into detailed reports. Next, navigate to Subscribers in the menu. This is where you'll manage your entire audience. Inside this section, you'll find subscriber lists, groups, segments, and individual subscriber profiles. Your subscriber list is the master record of everyone who has opted in to hear from you. Groups and segments allow you to organize these people into smaller categories, and subscriber profiles let you see each person's activity, like what emails they've opened or links they've clicked. This is the heart of your email marketing, because knowing your audience is the first step to sending relevant messages. Now, let's explore groups, which you'll find inside the subscribers section. Groups are a simple way to manually organize your subscribers into categories like customers, leads, or newsletter subscribers. You might create a group called Winter Sale and add subscribers who've purchased seasonal products, for example. Groups are static, meaning you manually add or remove people so they're perfect when you want full control. They're often used to target specific campaigns, like sending a special offer only to your VIP group. After groups, click Segments. Segments are a more powerful tool because they automatically organize subscribers based on rules you set. For instance, you can create a segment of subscribers who opened your last email, or subscribers from a specific country, like Canada. The system updates these segments in real time as subscriber behavior changes. This means you can send highly targeted emails without manually sorting anyone. A common pitfall is forgetting to review your segments regularly, because rules that worked last month might no longer apply. Let's head over to Campaigns by clicking it in the menu. This section is your creative hub where you create emails, schedule campaigns, and review past sends. When you first open it, you'll see a list of any campaigns you've already created, along with their status: draft, scheduled, or sent. From here, you can start a new campaign by clicking the Create button. This is where you choose your audience, design your email, and set your send time. Think of campaigns as individual email blasts, whether they're newsletters, promotions, or announcements. Inside campaigns, you'll find different campaign types, typically regular campaign, A/B test campaign, and RSS campaign. A regular campaign is a standard one-time email. An A/B test campaign lets you test 2 subject lines or content variations to see which performs better, which is brilliant for optimizing opens and clicks. An RSS campaign automatically sends emails based on new content from your blog or website, so your subscribers always get your latest posts without you lifting a finger. Each type serves a unique marketing purpose, so choose based on your goal. Next, click Forms in the main menu. This area is where you create the sign-up forms that grow your list. You'll find options for embedded forms, which sit on your website, pop-up forms that appear when someone visits, and promotional pop-ups for special offers. Each form can be customized with fields for name, email, and more. A best practice here is to keep your forms simple. Asking for just an email address often converts better than requiring a full profile. You can also connect each form to a specific group, so new subscribers automatically land in the right place. Once you've created forms, take a moment to review existing forms. You'll see a list of forms you've already built, along with which group each form connects to. This is helpful for checking that your newest signups are going into the correct list. For example, if you have a form for a free ebook, you'd want those subscribers added to a lead magnet group. Double-checking this saves you from messy lists later. Now, navigate to Automations. This section manages automated email workflows, like welcome sequences or follow-up emails. Automations are powerful because they send the right message at the right time without manual effort. For instance, you might set a welcome email to trigger immediately after someone subscribes. Inside this section, you can view, edit, or create new workflows, and each one is built visually so you can see the whole journey. Understanding automation workflows is key. Each workflow consists of triggers, delays, emails, and conditions. A trigger is what starts the automation, like a subscriber joining a group. Delays wait a set amount of time, like 24 hours. Emails are the messages sent. Conditions check for specific behaviors, like if subscriber clicks link, send follow-up. The visual layout lets you drag and drop these elements, so you can design complex sequences without coding. If your plan includes it, click Websites in the menu. This section lets you create landing pages, simple websites, and sign-up pages using MailerLite's builder. It's a neat way to have a professional-looking page that integrates directly with your email marketing. You don't need a separate tool. Just choose a template, add your content, and publish. This is especially useful for one-off campaigns or product launches. Now, go to Reports by clicking it in the menu. Here you review performance metrics like opens, clicks, unsubscribes, and subscriber growth over time. You can see how specific campaigns performed, which links were clicked most, and where your subscribers are coming from. Using reports regularly helps you refine your strategy. If a topic gets high opens, do more of it. To manage your account, click your profile icon in the top right corner, then select Settings. Here you can update account information, handle billing, manage domains, and set up sender profiles. Sender profiles are important because they include your name and email address that recipients see. Keep these updated to avoid deliverability issues. A handy tool is the search feature, if available. Use it to quickly find subscribers, campaigns, forms, or automations. Instead of scrolling through lists, just type a keyword like welcome, and the system shows you related items. It's a huge time saver as your account grows. Throughout the platform, you'll see common action buttons like create, edit, duplicate, delete, and export. These appear in every section. For example, you can duplicate a successful campaign to save time, or export a subscriber list for backup. Knowing these buttons makes you faster. Finally, practice moving between sections. Dashboard, subscriber list for backup. Knowing these buttons makes you faster. Finally, practice moving between sections. Dashboard, subscribers, campaigns, forms, automations, and reports. Click back and forth, explore submenus, and get a feel for where everything lives. The more you move around, the more intuitive it becomes. You've now learned how to navigate MailerLite from login to every core section. This familiarity will save you time and make your email marketing smoother. As a next step, try creating a simple campaign or a small automation to practice. If you ever need a refresher, just save this video and come back. Thanks for watching, and happy emailing.